Hello, and welcome to another HPP Innovation Week session titled Exploring Sustainable Packaging for HPP Food Products. My name is Jorge Cole. I'm a sales executive at Hyperbaric. In today's session, we will explore sustainable packaging options compatible with HPP food products. We have some very exciting panelists in this session. Joining us, we have Owen Emblin, Managing Director at Convex, Cyrano Emblin, founder and CEO of Ember Asset Management, and we also have Myra Foster, Global Director of Sustainability Strategy and Advocacy at CL Air. To begin, I will allow Owen and Cyrano to introduce themselves and their companies, and then we'll have Myra present on behalf of CL Air. Thank you and welcome you all.
Welcome everybody from Ember and Econic in New Zealand. Hi, I'm Owen.
And I'm Cyrano.
And we're just going to discuss the innovations at Convex and how our Econic compostable packaging works with HPP. A little snapshot of how the company began. We began some 47 years ago in the founder's garage. And some 25 years ago, we developed a compostable food waste collection bag out of starch some 25 years ago. We launched it in the car tidy market, car waste collection, and we developed that ongoing green sack development for the next 20 odd years. Obviously, we needed to continue the development to make high barrier compostable packaging. New properties were developed for seal strength and food safety and such like, and we validated these over a number of years. To today, we're making compostable packaging for vacuum bags and such, which we'll discuss further.
Now, Econic and Ember Asset Management. Ember Asset Management has a strategic partnership with Convex, and our goal here is to support all businesses throughout the world to be able to have access to compostable packaging. No longer did we believe that businesses should be bound by economies of scale and huge orders in order to be able to have access to world-leading and environmentally sustainable packaging. So what we do at Ember is we took a business-to-consumer model, something that we're all very familiar with, and we wanted to be able to apply this to the B2B model of packaging. We here believe that if you could buy a Tesla online, you should be able to buy your packaging online as well. So we have a far-reaching network of customers, and we work with them to understand the pain points of small businesses and how we can build new packaging solutions to help solve those for them.
So what is compostable and what is Econic? Compostable packaging is about removing plastic from the planet, really. We offer sustainable, no microplastics packaging that protects the planet, and it's recycled by nature. There's no infrastructure required for recycling, although it can be home composted and it can be industrially composted. So where infrastructure exists, we can use it. We bring customers on this journey so we can have confidence in the product's ability to look after food safety and the like. We spend a lot of time helping customers understand what is the difference between compostable packaging and biodegradable myths. Obviously, anybody who's been in the industry for a while knows that we have had a string of biodegradable claims, oxy-biodegradable claims and the like, and these often or always turn into microplastics. So what we've looked at here is purely compostable packaging, that's made from the majority of plant-based materials and then returned to nature through composting. So we communicate this really well with our customers, and we provide support globally for our end users.
But what else was important was we wanted to build a packaging solution that didn't require infrastructure or things like that. Lots of people could make industrially compostable products, but that doesn't necessarily solve the problem for an end user if there's no facilities available. So a really core part of Econic is the home compostability, which means, you know, we may do what is harder to make a better outcome for our customers and ultimately for our environments. and some use case examples for what you can use iconic and compostable packaging for in the market, and certainly some of these applications have HPP relevance. Do you want to talk about some of the examples?
Certainly, yes. We've got raw meats and cheeses and dry dog food and such. Like, we had our first dry dog food customer some probably 12 years ago now, along with coffees and teas. So we've emerged and developed and listened to what the customers really require. And it was exciting to hear that HPP was interested in us looking at our packaging in these means, because it allows a lower temperature processing, and that's exactly where our compostable bags work really well.
Yeah, certainly one of the challenges of compostable films and compostable packaging has been the elimination of heat in the process. We can't go dumping in 100-degree soups or in bag or in product pasteurization. So from an HPP point of view, that low temperature process pairs wonderfully with our home compostable films. Also important to note that home compostable films and iconic can be made certified for food contact. So,
definitely would be senseless to make this not available for food. So all of this is driven by our clients' requirements, and they are many and varied, and they're still asking for new product developments every day.
It's not always limited to human food. We're also seeing people who are packaging high-end dog food, raw dog food, any product that needs protection from light and oxygen, things like that. Anything that has the need to be frozen or kept safe from the environments can be packaged in a compostable film.
And what happens in the end of life, Serrano?
Recycled by nature, returned to the earth from whence it came. We've got a lovely example here of the simplicity of our product and how we can all do our part in returning our product to the earth and to the planet. Here is one of our coffee companies. Just a simple visual on how the end user can dispose of our compostable packaging.
Now, what's it going to take to eliminate plastics? This is one of the questions that our customers ask us all the time. And there's always going to be challenges. And what we love about our business here is that we answer those impossible challenges. We talk to our clients on a regular basis, and there's always questions about what could we do and why couldn't we? Why can't we make it food safe? Well, we have. Why can't we have high barrier? Yes, we can. We need to be able to vacuum seal the product. Yes, we can. Can we have long shelf life chicken, for example? Yes, we can. So there's a lot of challenges out there in substituting plastics or general packaging and still maintaining food safety. We still have a lot of things to solve. For example, we can't do cook-in-bag applications. You could imagine that a compostable bag needs moisture and microbes and such like to break down. And if we apply a cook-in-bag application where it's high temperature and microbes and time, then obviously the breakdown is going to happen pretty quick. So there are applications that are challenging, but we don't say no very often. So
it's been an important part of Iconic's journey to create products which are both environmentally sustainable, but don't ask our customers to compromise on quality or on functionality of the bag. You know, we need our customers to believe in the product, know that it will perform and protect ultimately their product, and provide a wonderful job to their end users. So, like Owen said, things we're still working on are cook-in applications, bone-in applications for meat, but we believe firmly that the key in creating a sustainable future is not to just accept these impossible challenges as unachievable, but to constantly be pushing forward to create new solutions. So how can Iconic and compostable packaging help your business and your end users and your sales processes? Compostable packaging is a way for you and people in the HPP industry to stand out as a business and to really show yourself as a world leader in sustainable business practices. We can assist you along that journey in many different ways. Through the partnership with Ember Asset Management, Iconic is globally available through 220 countries and sovereign territories around the world. and we've partnered with world-leading freight providers to provide some of the best distribution around the planet. We can even hit next-day delivery into major cities and countries around Australia.
And the exciting thing is we don't have to have large runs.
Yep.
We have the flexibility to provide like 1,000 bags as a minimum order quantity of compostable packaging for any business who wants it. So you don't have to be a large company to get access to this. And with the distribution globally, we can deliver it pretty much anywhere.
Yep.
Sorry.
We believe that any company and any business wanting to really make a difference in this world shouldn't be held back by order sizes or quantity. That's been a founding belief in our company.
Mm.
A robust supply chains as well mean that Iconic, made right here in New Zealand, manufactured here, we have products always available and ready for you and your businesses to make the switch. Now you might ask yourself, Owen, how could one business, just one person, make a difference to the world by making the switch to compostable packaging? And I would ask you that, remember the story of the adopted dog, and saying that maybe adopting one dog doesn't change the world, but it does change that dog's world. And if everybody looked at how we can make innovations and changes to the packaging we use, collectively, as industries and as individuals, we can make a difference to our world.
And the exciting thing is, Serrano, as you know well, our clients can take product from stock any time of the day or night. So we have all of the product range that we have, of which it's extensive in size and shape and product design, that is currently available in stock for customers for delivery in 48 hours, or to leave our factory. We're based here in New Zealand. We're manufacturing the product 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we're really excited about the HPP opportunity. So where is the future of packaging?
This one is a philosophical discussion, and I believe that the future of packaging doesn't just lie with us or with you or even collectively this whole group. The future of packaging will be about legacy and what we all choose to leave behind on this earth. Our customers, we believe, in a circular economy, are the proud owners of the packaging that they choose to buy. And using Iconic and things like that can allow you to return that packaging to the earth from when it came.
So that's eliminating waste, creating the circular economy.
Yep.
And whilst these things are quite trendy to talk about today, this journey for Convex and Iconic and Ember have been on this journey for some 20 odd years. So we're quite excited, and we're very excited to work with HPP, because one of the weaknesses that is in compostable packaging is their heat sensitivity, but HPP doesn't use heat. So compostable film's weakness becomes its strength here.
A great advantage for any companies using HPP technologies is become a leader in sustainable practices and be able to move to compostable films, eliminating waste and creating ultimately circular economies.
Yeah. So what's our legacy?
Be the move to, or provide solutions that allow companies to move to compostable packaging without having to compromise on the shelf life or the integrity of their products.
So thanks everybody for your attention, and we'll pass you back to
Myra.
Oh, tomorrow. Sorry.
Myra.
Hello, I'm Myra Foster, Global Director of Sustainability Strategy and Advocacy for Sealed Air Corporation. Thank you, Hyperbarg, for inviting me to participate in HPP Innovation Week 2021 and to speak on the topic of exploring sustainable packaging solutions for high-pressure processing food products. So who is Sealed Air? We are a leading global packaging solutions company that's been in business for more than 60 years, delivering total system solutions for food, protective, and medical packaging. With sales of just under $5 billion in 2020, we service 115 countries from around the world. Our 16,500 employees are located across 95 manufacturing sites, 56 labs, research facilities, and sales offices. Our mission is to solve our customers' most challenging packaging issues through innovation and collaboration, as evident by our 2,700 patents and pending applications. Sustainability is at the heart of everything we do at Sealed Air, and we offer a family of solutions to prove it. Materials such as our iconic Cryovac brand barrier bags are designed for recycling in select geographies, and they are instrumental in extending the shelf life of perishable proteins. Our vertical pouch packaging systems produce headspace-free packages that are ideally suited for the HPP process. Our high recycled content, curbside recyclable void fill and retention paper solutions are well-known innovations in the e-commerce space. While last but not least, our world-renowned bubble wrap brand, Autobag, and Stealth Wrap fulfillment solutions are store drop-off recyclable in most countries around the world. So while I've talked about several key features of our product portfolio using descriptions like recycle ready, recycled content, curbside recyclable, or store drop-off recyclable, what does sustainable packaging really mean? Well, there are a number of different consultants and scholars, environmentalists, and scientists who've all weighed in, and there are a myriad of answers as to what sustainable packaging might mean. But I'd like to offer you a definition that was put forward by the Sustainable Packaging Coalition more than 20 years ago. A sustainable package is one that is beneficial, safe, and healthy for individuals and communities throughout the entire life cycle of the package. It's also a package that meets market criteria for both performance and cost. Ideally, it's sourced, manufactured, transported, and recycled using renewable energy when it's available. It optimizes the use of renewable and recycled content. It's manufactured using clean production technologies and best practices. And it's physically designed to optimize the materials and the energy that's used to produce that material. It's effectively recovered and utilized in biological and/or industrial closed-loop cycles. So as you can see in this illustration of a sustainability waste hierarchy, sustainable packaging really starts with good package design. So let's take a look at the top of the pyramid. Reduce. Is the solution thinner and lighter weight than the product it's replacing? And is it done in a way that doesn't sacrifice performance? Have we eliminated any excess material that really isn't necessary? Reuse. Can the packaging be used for more than once for the purpose in which it was originally designed? Recycle. This one gets a lot of attention. Do consumers really have access to recycle the material? Can it be collected, sorted, reprocessed? Are there viable end markets for the recycled output? Does the infrastructure even exist for a particular material in the type or the format that it may exist? And if it doesn't, can we design the material with the end in mind? That is, when the day arrives that that necessary infrastructure is in place, will the solution be compatible? Recover. Is there viable technology to allow us to separate and recover particularly complex packaging materials? And lastly, when we've done all we can do and disposal is the only option, how do we do it in a responsible way to prevent waste from entering our environment? So speaking of the environment, according to the American Chemistry Council and a study that was conducted by InkPen several years ago, protecting food in plastic packaging actually helps protect the environment by preserving the resources such as water, land, energy, and fuel that are used to make and distribute food. In fact, food production often requires anywhere from 10 to 400 times the resources of that which is required to produce plastic packaging. And in spite of the incredible efficiencies that are afforded by thin, lightweight, flexible packaging materials to protect and preserve food, medical, and durable goods, there's still a considerable amount of unfavorable sentiment about the sustainable merits of packaging. In reality, we should be more focused on the war on waste than the war on plastic. Do you know that we live in a world where more than 1/3 of the food produced globally goes to waste before it ever gets to our tables? and that well over 800 million people go to bed hungry every night. The quote you see on the screen is from an editorial that was entitled "The Link Between Food Waste and Packaging." It was written back in 2018, but I think it's still quite relevant today. And it reads, as I quote, "At a time of demonizing individual materials in packaging, when complete bans are being considered as a viable solution, this is a reminder to all of us that we aren't playing a game of absolutes, and we aren't operating in isolation. An issue of packaging is an issue of food waste, and an issue of food waste is an issue of hunger and food availability. We all need to work to find and focus on the balance." Similarly, a German study was done that found that even if the carbon footprint of flexible packaging increased, it would not come close to exceeding the carbon footprint of the food that potentially goes to waste. So what is Sealed Air doing to contribute to finding this balance, delivering on our commitment to be a good steward and to drive toward a circular economy, and to shift away from the linear models of take, make, and dispose? In 2018, Sealed Air made a sustainability and plastics pledge that by 2025, we will invest in innovation by designing or advancing 100% of our packaging solutions to be recyclable or reusable. We will eliminate plastic waste and lower our dependence on virgin fossil-based inputs by incorporating on average 50% recycled or renewable content into our solutions. And we will collaborate to enable the development of the necessary infrastructure to recycle our materials. Now, specific to HPP applications, Sealed Air produces a wide portfolio of medium and high barrier pouch packaging and roll stock materials that are fit for use for high pressure processing. Our vertical pouch packaging solutions are produced on our unique headspace-free pouch packaging equipment. And our uniquely designed oxygen barrier materials work in tandem with HPP to preserve the color and quality of products such as guacamole, fruit purees, and smoked and processed meats. Additionally, many of our formulations are recycle ready. That is, they have been designed to be compatible with polyethylene recycling streams as defined by established testing protocols from the Association of Plastic Recyclers in the US and the Plastic Recyclers of Europe. Additionally, Sealed Air has committed to be net zero in our CO2 in our operations by 2040 and to adopt science-based targets to reduce our absolute Scope 1 and Scope 2 greenhouse gas emissions. We've also committed to reduce our absolute Scope 3 greenhouse emissions by 15% by 2030. The targets that we've set for greenhouse gas emissions for our company operations are consistent with the Paris Agreement, with the intent to reduce greenhouse gas emissions to keep global warming to 1.5 degrees C. Sealed Air is a corporation that is in the business to protect, to solve critical packaging challenges, and to make our world better than we found it. Thank you. Back to you, Jorge.
I want to thank Owen, Cyrano, and Myra for sharing this relevant information with all of us. Sustainable packaging is key for HPP, and we're glad we can present high-level professionals within the industry. If you have any specific question regarding this topic, please feel free to contact us directly or to the panelists, and we'll be prompt to respond to you. Thanks again to the panelists for bringing this presentation together, and thanks to all the watchers for your kind attention. Stay tuned for more HPP Innovation Week sessions. Thank you.
Thank